can call me Mystic Mac because I predict these things.
Modestas Bukauskas is 31 years old, 6'3", with a 78-inch reach and 18-6 in his career, taking on Paul Craig, who is 37 years old, 6'3", with a 76-inch reach and 17-9-1 in his career. So Bukauskas is going to be 6 years younger. They're going to be the same height, but he's going to have a 2-inch reach advantage. So Bukauskas, he's a good technical striker, has power, will switch stances, throws punches and kicks to all levels, so mixes up his targets very well, feints well, solid movement, good speed, good power, aggressive on the feet, looking to push in, throws hard with big combos, has shown to be susceptible to leg kicks, but he's big for the weight class. Has big legs on him for the 205-pound division. Good grappler, has some submissions on his record. Will shoot for takedowns to mix up his striking, has a 71% takedown defense, and a good chin as of late. He was KO'd back in the day by Jimmy Crute and Vitor Petrino, as well as some other guy on the regional scene, so not the best look, but as of late, his chin has been holding up for him. Paul Craig, been in the UFC for a long time, fought a lot of really good guys, moved back up to a light heavyweight in his last fight against Rodolfo Bearjew, wasn't really winning the fight, but then he just had that absurd theatrical performance by Bolaji, which made it ended in no contest, which made no sense. Bolaji was winning that fight. I don't know where that came from, but awful look for Rodolfo Bearjew. So I'm sure Paul Craig's looking to get that one back. He was on a 3-fight losing streak prior to that, 2 KOs, one decision loss to Bo Nickel. But very high level jiu-jitsu. Will look to pull guard to get it to the ground. Has decent striking, but it's definitely not his strength. Good body kicks, but he's definitely using his strikes to get to the ground. He doesn't have the best reaction time to the strikes. We saw that in his fight with Caio Borralho, just not the best defense on the feet. Fighting since 2016 in the UFC, though, fought a lot of really good guys and has a lot of high level experience. He can catch you in a submission if you're falling asleep on the ground with him. But I'm gonna go with Modestas Bukauskas in this one. We know the pathway to victory for Paul Craig, which is just keep it on the feet and not point him there. Don't let him pull guard. Don't let him get close enough to you to roll for legs or anything like that. I think Bukauskas is just going to be too good on the feet and not be very concerned with Paul Craig striking. At 205, he's not going to have the reach that he normally enjoys at 185 pounds. And I just don't think he's as skilled as Modestas Bukauskas on the feet. I can see Bukauskas just battering his legs, defending the takedowns. Maybe Craig gets desperate on the feet, starts panic shooting takedowns, looking to pull guard. But I just see Modestas Bukauskas keeping it on the feet, not really entertaining the ground if it does go there, if Paul Craig tries to pull guard. So he's got 77% takedown defense and only been taken down by big athletic guys like Vitor Petrino and Tyson Pedro. Paul Craig doesn't really have the offensive wrestling to get it to the ground, or at least I don't think against somebody as big and strong as Bukauskas. So Modestas is 31. He's in his prime on a 3-fight winning streak, so just tons of momentum. Paul Craig, like I said, coming off of 3. I guess if you go back to 2023, he's got 3 KO losses, 5 losses total. His only win was against Andre Muniz, who is kind of a not as good as we thought he was. It's not as good as a win as we would have thought several years ago. So KO'd 5 times in the UFC, taking on a bigger, stronger, better striker. I just don't think it's a very good recipe for Paul Craig to get a win here. He is a plus 260 underdog, which makes sense to me. So I'm going to go with Bukauskas to get this one done by KO. Thanks.